This should clear up any issues about who I am.
Do you hereby swear under oath and penalty of incarceration that you are Ned Filigree and the documents you are submitting are true and legal?
Define the word true.
In light of this new evidence, I hereby sentence Stan to 10 years of hard labor in the ice quarry with no chance of parole. Please retain this legally binding documents for your records.
All clear.
What's up, Stan the man? I have some disturbing news about your sentence.
10 years? Oh no, I can do a month standing on my head, but not 10 years. You gotta get me out of here.
Consider it done.
Ah, freedom. Now let's get out of here before they come by to refrost the shackles.
Yes, I want to take you to talk to Elaine about the limes.
I'm so glad you could come, Mr. Stanman.
Always happy to help out a fellow entrepreneur in a non-competing industry. We'll start with branding. Lime is the residue in a bathtub. It's thin, it's unappealing. Saying it out loud sounds like whining. We need something with sizzle, with edge, like razor bombs or sour bombs or something.
I see what you mean. Guybrush, you were once a young man with adrenaline issues. What do you think?
Death globes!
I like it, I like it. You've got a future, son. Your promo flyer has also got to go. Now let me just show you what I'm thinking. We want snake oil, crystal vibrations. The more miraculous and improbable it sounds, the better.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with lying.
Then we won't put it into words. We'll use a picture. Pictures don't lie, they imply. Guybrush, if death globes could do anything in the world for you, what would you want it to be?
Find the secret of Monkey Island.
Guybrush!
That's good, but I'm thinking more along the lines of a superpower.
Irresistible charm?
You've already got that.
Aww.
Everybody wants to be charming. That's perfect. Now, lastly, we need a call to action. Get cold, or go dark, or take that.
Those don't mean anything.
Don't need to. It's just a short, punchy slogan that sounds like you're supposed to do something right now.
Plunder the main.
Good. That'll have some appeal for the pirating demographic. This is your new flyer. Show people this, and they'll be begging for your product. Name your price, firstborn, anything.
Actually, we'll be giving them away. This is a public health initiative.
What? Well, now that's just crazy talk. You don't give away the prize bull just because people need bulls, if you follow me.
I'm definitely sensing some bull here, if you follow me.
Well, it's about time to close anyway. You can mail me my cut. I'm out of here. Don't follow me.
Your cut? Now, wait just a minute.
I'll just borrow this for a little while. I have some exciting scurvy news for you. Read this.
Death globes, a new amazing miracle fruit. Regrows hair, removes belly fat. Also cures scurvy. Fantastic! Have you got any of these miracle death globes?
Sure thing. Right here. These little green guys.
You're sure there's no science in them?
Check the flyer. You won't find a whiff of science.
We're saved! Plunder the main, and welcome aboard!
In the name of love. Well, it's nice to get a warning. Their ship, their rules. I'm sure they won't miss one little flag, but I'd also rather not ask.
It was a priceless cultural artifact, handed down through the generations. He smashed it to smithereens before I was even out of the building. To say nothing of the government, which is now in complete turmoil. He officially declared anarchy!
Is it really anarchy if you officially declare it?
Apparently the answer is yes.
I'm very sorry for your losses.
Judge Plank said he had a wild look, like something was trying to push its way out of his head through his eyes. Sane people don't look like that.
Hi.
Hi. How was Bermuda?
Cold.
Not surprising.
Love you.
You too.
Hello.
Is the flag for sale?
Bite your tongue. That's property of the chums.
With the who?
No one. It's too late. The bait's out of the bag. We might as well tell him. The chums is by way of being a semi-secret society of anglers. Mostly we tell stories. Aye, stories about fish.
Can I join the chums?
Well...
Please?
Have you got any good fish stories?
Yeah. One time, I was swallowed by a manatee.
No one knows what a manatee is. Trust me, make it a whale. It'll be better.
Okay.
Take this fishing lure. Other chums will have these too, on their clothes or displayed somewhere. Go out and find them, show them your lure, and tell them your story. They'll give you advice. Learn all you can, then come back here and tell us your story again.
You could start with that young pirate that hangs around at the Scum Bar.
Don't tell him where to start. He's supposed to look for the lures.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
One time. My ship was swallowed by a whale.
You know, what your story needs is a part to set the stage, to let us know what's going on and who the people are. It should come at the beginning, like
A beginning?
Like a beginning, exactly. Like, I was on the deck of a burning Spanish galleon with Horseface and Ichijo. And then all of a sudden, and then you take it from there. Want to give it a try?
Okay. It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a whale.
Yeah, that's the way. Obviously, you're new at this, but don't worry. Other chums can show you more of the ropes.
Okay. Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
I had just broken through a blockade, and then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a whale.
Listen, let me tell you something about anglers.
By which you mean people who fish?
Right, but if you are one, you'd say angler.
I would?
Every subculture has its own special language. Words with significance specific to that subculture. When you use them, you convey both meaning and membership.
That sounds good.
That's why authentic sounding fish stories always have plenty of angler lingo. For example, I wouldn't tell people a big fish broke my string. I'd say, I was jigging with a hard bait when a strike from a lunker snapped my leader.
That's both highly specific and difficult to understand.
Exactly the point. Want to give it a try?
Okay. It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one.
Yeah, that's the way. You almost sound like a real angler. I have given you my best tip. See if you can get some other chums to do the same.
I'll do that.
Hey, Guybrush!
Welcome back.
Hi. Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one.
But then what? A key point of every fish story is a dramatic ending. Did you land the fish? Did it get away? Does someone get married or killed or both? People want to know how things turn out.
Oh, that makes sense.
Want to give it a try?
Okay. It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. I helped her escape when night fell. We still write from time to time.
I think you've got a lock on it. Seems like you've got a few keys on your ring. Now talk to some other chums to round out the set.
I'll do that.
Hello.
Tell me again about Bellafish.
3 clues.
All rumors, of course. Probably nothing.
I think I'll browse today's catch.
You'll find none better.
Flounders sure are funny-looking fish.
You say that now, but wait till you're alone and sinking in a fierce northern squall, battling to land.
Can chum members use the flag for, events and things like that?
The most respected members can. Once you show us you can tell an excellent story, we'll consider loaning you the flag.
I think I'll browse today's catch.
You'll find none better.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. I presume you want to tell us a story, but I can also tell just by looking at you that you're not ready for the likes of us.
Go out and find more chums to advise you. They'll know when you're ready.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. I presume you want to tell a story, but I can also tell just by looking at you. Go out and find...
Excellent, Marlin.
Aye, that ain't...
Hey!
I don't see a chum's lure anywhere.
Hey, Guybrush!
I don't see it. Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only... Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless, and then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. And then we escaped, through the digestive system, ship and all.
You know what? I think your story would really benefit from some colorful description. Like when I hook a fish. I don't just say I hooked a fish. I say there was a majestic fish, glistening like liquid silver, dashing through the waves, stretching my line out like the truth in a schoolboy's mouth.
Oh, that does seem a little more gripping.
Want to give it a try?
Okay. I had just... And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by... And then we escaped, through the...
Dazzling. Your story, it's good, but it's like a butter Elaine. Oh, she's been a member for years. LeChuck doesn't know, so don't say anything if you see him.
Likewise. Thanks. Hi.
Hi.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Guybrush, you've joined the chums. I'm glad. Maybe a new hobby will help you get your mind off the secret.
Sure.
Well, let's hear what you got.
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless, and then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a and then we escaped, through the digestive system, ship and all.
That's nice, Guybrush, but I think you've left out the most interesting part. What was it like inside the whale? What happened in there? People want to hear about the experience.
That makes sense.
Want to give it a try?
Okay. It was my first trip to and then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a titanic alabaster whale with eyes like destiny and skin tattooed by 100 harpoons. The crew wanted to have her for dinner. I mistook what they meant. I made a fishing line with my own hair. And then we escaped through the digestive system, ship and all.
I think you've got it. That was really... You should tell a story to the chums.
Hello.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
And don't be nervous thinking it's a test to see whether you've mastered the art.
Even though that's just what it is.
It was my first trip to Monkey Island. The crew were restless. And then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a titanic alabaster whale with eyes like destiny and skin tattooed by 100 harpoons. A guy already inside thought I wanted to steal his girlfriend. Morgan the Flea and I said we were married, so I'd seem unavailable. And then we escaped through the digestive system, ship and all.
That's a fine story, but it doesn't sound like a tale told by an angler, truth be told.
Greetings, fellow chum.
Greetings, fellow chum. Have you a story to share?
And don't be...
Even though that's...
I was bait casting dead, and then, all of a sudden, my ship was swallowed by a huge lunker of a whale. A real chum-chomping line breaker, if ever there was one. It began to crack the ship apart like 4 drunken wedding guests fighting over the last oyster. I lit the hull with Flambe's head so it would burn underwater, blinding as the sun and furious as the sea. Then we stuck an umbrella jig head in the beastie's mouth and reeled it in from the inside.
That was a whopper of a story.
You've clearly learned all there is to learn. I hereby declare you to be a chum Grand Master. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you. That's a great honor. Is it all right if I take this flag with me?
That would be within your rights as a well-respected chum of the highest order.
Seriously?
Be sure to treat it nice. It doesn't need more holes than it's got already.
They were all in on it, but Threepwood was the ringleader. First he's banging me and the other skulls around with a femur, forcing us to sing musical notes against our will. Then he's shouting nonsense like a drunk parrot, and he takes a bite out of a squid's arm. Right after that, that's when the earthquake started.
Still, it could be a coincidence.
You find a shark in your swimming pool, that's not a coincidence.
It's one of Bella Fisher's flags, about 15 by 15 and full of holes. It's one of Bella Fisher's flags, about 15.
Whoa! That's not supposed to be unlocked. I'd better fold this and put it in storage. Then I can figure out what's wrong with the lock. Looking good.
I'll just leave the replica flag in its place. Maybe he won't notice.
It must have blown away. What am I going to do? I can't get Stan back here after that argument. If only I'd made copies right away. What was I thinking? Now I'm right back where I started.
Excuse me? Are we interrupting?
No. Sorry. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
We'd like to purchase some death globes.
We're running low and we want to prevent hair loss and trim excess belly fat.
You... Wait a minute. Where did you hear that name?
We read a flyer.
We heard supplies were limited.
The flyer! That's my mock-up. My one-of-a-kind, impossible-to-replace project-saving flyer. Do you have it? Please tell me you have it.
Ah, sorry. It, fell into the sea.
Fell into? Like it wasn't your fault.
Well, it wasn't my fault. It was yours.
Wait, I know. You could ask the nice blonde pirate for a flyer.
Blonde pirate?
He's the one who gave it to us. Oh, he sails around in the weirdest looking little ship.